For the players.
Instantly falls asleep and fucks up. You good? Yeah, man. I'm Ryan Betson. Fucking what?
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Max Cooper.
And this is For the Players, the PopCulturists PlayStation Podcast. Over 40 years of playing PlayStation and 10 plus years in that games meeting. I want to thank you for joining us in this PlayStation conversation.
This PlayStation conversation happens every Monday morning on podcast services, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yeah, that's right. And at 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. See, I already fucked up. But if you'd like to take part in future conversations with us, you can. Come and check out our socials. Discord, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't think the Facebook has been recreated yet.
Nah, not yet.
No one steal our name.
All those links.
Oh yeah, and those links, and hopefully the new one will be in the link in the description below. Check them out.
Fuck. If you want to join the conversation as it happens, head over to twitch.tv/thepopculturists, where you can watch us record this show live, where you can jump in the chat and become part of the show. If you want to support the show, you can. Tell your friends, tell your family about this PlayStation Pod. If you are listening on podcast service, be sure to give us a 5-star rating and a written review. If you watch us on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I endeavor to answer every single comment. If you want to support us financially, you can. Patreon.com/thepopculturists, as well as our merchandise, thepopculturists.com/shop, where you can buy shirts and other assorted shit with our logos on it. Now, speaking of hey, if you comment on our stuff, we'll chat to you. I just want to give a shout out to Rocky and Roland, who hit us up on the YouTubes this week with a very lovely comment. Talks about how they are a truck driver around Australia. And, they enjoy listening to our bullshit. But
they're so loud and obnoxious, we keep them awake.
That's pretty much it. We are the equivalent of, trucker speed. It's the ADHD energy just comes through and takes it on board. But they were able to check it out for the first time on the YouTubes, and which was lovely. So, shout out to them. Thank you.
And they're like, fucking never again.
Pretty much. Only. They're like, yeah, audio only. But the follow-up comment was pretty much exactly that. And I don't argue against that. How you doing? Apart from clearly tired.
I'm doing all right actually. It's been a fairly productive day for me. Did a lot of housework. My mum's coming down to visit as of tomorrow. She's coming for a couple of weeks.
Nice.
It's always good fun. I got a wedding to go to tomorrow, so got a shirt and some fancy shoes ready to go.
No pants though.
No pants. The fuck pants.
Yeah, you got a Winnie the Pooh in this.
No, I'm gonna SpongeBob SquarePants. I was supposed to be moving and selling a dining room table today, but the sale.
Oh, the saga continues.
One of these days, between scammers and people, just flaky people, just the worst. I also transplanted my old hard drives into my new computer. Had a friend come and help me do that because I had to fiddle around and pull the power supply back out and plug more shit in and unplug old shit and do all that fancy stuff. So. That's good. I've got all my old documents and stuff back, which is cool.
Yay!
I found out that my leave is pretty much approved, which is cool. So
yay!
I've got the majority of March off. Hopefully I'll be moving house then. If not, maybe Max will have a PSVR2 to play with for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But it's been an all right weekend. Went swimming on Friday with the kid. Went to the pool. That was fun. Did pool things in the 40-degree heat.
Oh,
there was no one there.
Really?
It was empty. The outdoor play area closed. They were for repairs or some shit. So yeah, it was crazy.
Bold strategy.
But no, it was good. I had a good time. Did things. Got to drive to Melbourne tomorrow morning at bullshit o'clock.
Nice.
To be back for weddings in the afternoon. It's gonna be a long one tomorrow, so be prepared for tired Max on Monday. Now that we're back to live recording the review episodes for The Last of Us,
because I got ahead and then Max didn't.
Someone, me, totally forgot we had access to them.
Yeah,
and but had been watching them week to week anyway.
God damn it, Max! All that schmoozing I had to do. God damn. God
It
damn.
paid off for you.
It worked great for me.
Paid off for you.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you? How's things in the Betson world?
Oh man, shit's fucked. Shit is right fucked. All right, so here's a story of my Friday evening. It was me getting really angry at my bank. Because I realized that some dirty fucker had spent money in New South Wales pet store that wasn't me. Okay, so I have a string of things, right? And like, money is the running through point of my fucking problems this week. So, first one, as I've discussed before, the Australian Tax Office, cunts.
Be prepared for him to back end this with the announcement that he's raising prices for dick sucking.
No, I'll do more. Lower the cost, deliver more. So like each dick sucking is cheaper now, but it leaves me to be available for more, which is ideal because the frequency is handy. But no, Australian Tax Office, I made my tax claim in July, like third week of July, on what they gave me. They went, here it is as per our calculations. I'm like, sweet, you're the people to trust because it's your fucking job, right? Cool. They come back to me a couple weeks ago and go, hey, mate, you know that number that we said that you did? Yeah, we were wrong, so you owe us $700. I'm like, what? Like, how much is the difference in what you said today? About $1,100? Like, that's not, that can't be how this works. So now, thankfully, I was actually really smart with my tax return and I just put it in a savings because I'm like, single parent, I only have one money. I took no money in the separation from my wife and I because to me, my son needs a roof. He needs to be fed. I will start again. He lives happy. So I have nothing. Everything I have right now is just me scraping together. Now, I'm going to have to lose half of that, if not more of that, just to pay this fucking tax debt back. Then, to make matters even worse, I go, oh, fuck my car insurance. $540 later, because it was 2 days overdue. Because did I tell you the other week that I received a text notification? Your insurance is due. I pay it. Wasn't my car. It was my ex-wife's car. She had already paid it. I didn't get a notification that my fucking insurance was ready to go, ready to be paid for. Hers, though,
has been double paid.
That took 2 weeks to get back to me. $300 and something I did not have at the time. Rad. So that was cool. And then I did the calculations and I'm like, fuck. I'm going to have like $26 until Wednesday.
Can you talk to the ATO about just like setting up a payment?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
And be like, just like, because you fucked up. Like, this is your fault.
Yeah, I'll be like, can you just give me a payment plan? Let me pay it over like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
Yes, let me pay it in installments. I might do that. But yeah, so that was fun. So car insurance is paid. That blows. I'm like, oh god, I have $26 until Wednesday. Fuck me. And like, I was taking my son to the movies today because he was so excited. Like, he's been excited for like a week. And then thankfully it turns out my rent had already come out, so I incorrectly calculated for my rent, so I was okay. So we were able to go to the movies today. But then I'm like, fuck, how am I going to pay for these movies? Well, I thought I only had like $26. I look at my credit card. It's overdrawn. Like, how the fuck is this overdrawn? I haven't used it in like a month. Looking at the specifics, there is like a $40 pizza order on like fucking Valentine's Day. I was by myself Valentine's Day. Okay.
Hence the $40 worth of pizza.
Hence the $40 worth of pizza. No, it's some place called San Antonio's in Norwood. Even though they tell you the fuck Norwood is. Then, about a week before that, $120 at a fucking pet store in somewhere in New South Wales. I went, that's a bit fucked. And then I was like, well, shit, I can't. The bank is open tomorrow. It's Saturday. I've got my son. They open at 10, shut at 2. I'm going to the movies. By the time the movies closes, me like, fuck. All right, cool. I'm doing a conference on Monday and Tuesday, so I can't go then. Turns out the thankfully the call center's open like fucking 7 days a week, 8 to 8. So I called them like, this is fucked. They're like, yeah, it's a bit fucked, and they just kind of put it through for me. So that's fun. But and then in that process, I got an email that's like, hey, your quarterly car rego is due. That's $280. Like, fuck me. And then don't forget, come Wednesday, the PSVR2.
Yeah, I got that email about car rego too. Oh,
fuck all of this.
yeah.
Collect, and then to make matters even worse, but it's also my fucking dumbass. For the next like 3 weeks, I'm working a stack of wrestling shows.
I mean, isn't that good though?
Well, yeah, if they pay me.
what do you mean if?
Sometimes they don't pay me.
Oh mate, you gotta not work for free.
Oh, I'm very aware. Very aware. I normally just like take merch or like get drinks and shit. I'm like, whatever. It's like that, that worth. I just take enough merch that's worth what I'm paid.
Just send some merch to the ATOs. Like, here's fucking $700.
You want some wrestling tickets? Cool.
Fucking wrestling shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's fun. So like we're recording Saturday as we discussed at the start. So because this Sunday I've got Everclear. They're a band from like the 90s. I don't remember them. My partner, she's a big fan. And they're playing in Torquay. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And then the week after, I've got a wrestling show on the Saturday in Seaford. That one I'm going as a...
oh, hang on. Sorry. Did you say we need to record Friday night next week?
That's correct.
Because your boy can't.
Fuck.
I'm at Harry Potter and the Cursed Child in Melbourne.
Fuck! I want to go to that so bad.
Because it ends in July, so I got tickets.
That's why I want to go. I saw a bus ad like when I was in Melbourne on Friday.
I'm at a 7 p.m. showing Friday night, so by the time it finishes, it's going to be like 11 o'clock.
You down for a Saturday morning?
I could do a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning it is.
Just Saturday morning.
Yeah, because Saturday evening I'm in Seaford, and then Sunday I'm at a different show that I'm working, then work, and then on the 3rd of March I have one show on the Friday, a show on the Saturday, a show on the Sunday. Week of work. I don't think I have a show that weekend, but I'm probably wrong. The week after, I have another one.
Yeah, I just remembered. I'm like, I've got plans next Friday. I can't actually do Friday night.
Fuck.
Can do Saturday morning though. We can do it. We can do a PopC breakfast show.
A PopC breakfast show. The morning show sounds good. By morning, it's probably like midday.
That is morning for me, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Morning is relative to the time at which you wake up. Fuck everyone. If I wake up at 5 o'clock at night, it's morning. Yeah.
So it's been a pretty intense Friday evening that I had. Just thinking about what the fuck am I going to do? Because my fridge is also empty, by the way. Because I'm relying on a My Muscle Chef order that's coming sometime like Monday morning, I think. So my fridge is just fucking bare empty. Fuck me. I think I'm just going to have sleep for dinner most nights, I feel.
Sleep for dinner. Maybe you'll have to come over for dinner one night.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll feed you.
I'll just
I got like a freezer full of shit because I think last week I've been sick of doing fucking grocery shopping every fucking day. So I bought a $220 meat pack from the butchers. So I'm like fucking set.
Decent.
Yeah. So hopefully the fucking power doesn't die for 3 days and I lose all my shit in the fridge again.
Speaking of fucking power, for some reason I woke up and half my house was short. I was like, what the fuck? Go outside, flick it back on, come inside, pew. Like, what the fuck is this? All right, so I eliminate everything. I turn everything off in the kitchen.
At least you know your safety's working.
Oh yeah, that's a good note. Which I didn't have like a year ago, so that's a positive.
I still don't have one. They fucking I think they're waiting for us to move out before they come in and fix a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah, it checks out.
I've been fighting with the real estate agent because they're trying to raise the rent. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Fix the shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. So I had a press of elimination. Like James was trying to watch YouTube and getting shitty at me. I'm like, just fucking chill, dude. I have no idea what it was, but like, it's not doing it now. And it's all this end of the house, so
Fucking stream ends.
Yeah, what a fucking day. Fucking 24 hours it's been. Let's been playing games, but at least that helps.
Been playing a few.
Yeah, I've been playing pretty much Harry Potter.
Not as much as I should.
Yeah.
Not as many as I'd like to. I was so fucking confident at the front end of this week, and then all my plans just turned to shit when season 2 of DMZ launched.
You know what fucking blows is that we were like, we say this every time.
Yeah, go. Sorry.
Is that we go? I missed what you said, but I'm sure it was at my expense and probably not right.
You asked what what blows. I said you.
Oh, me. If hit me up in the DMs. I need money. We're like, oh man, there's no fucking games right now, and then we get sexually assaulted by games to review
by February, 2 years in a row.
Yeah, and then we go, oh, then we don't play fucking anything because we just go default to the other stuff. Like right now, I think there's only one we can talk about.
There's only one we can talk.
Yeah, so obviously Harry Potter, which you rolled credits on last week.
Rolled credits on
we'll talk about that now because I don't think we talked about rolling credits since.
No, because I didn't roll credits. I didn't have credits rolled by the
end. All right, well, let's talk about that then, and then we'll talk about the other stuff.
All right.
So you finished.
I rolled credits.
Yeah. Hey, everyone, guess what he did? Guess what Max did?
I rolled credits on Harry Potter. So for the most part, my dicking around at the start of the game was I wanted to be a dark wizard. I wanted to learn all the dark spells. That's how I was gonna have fun. And then once I acquired those, I was like, all right, now it's time. Now it's time to do the story. So obviously having those spells did help throughout some of the tougher encounters at the back end of the game because of the way the talent system works, especially in the dark arts tree, all of the dark spells apply curses. So they'll have a little green icon on them showing that they're cursed. Well, once you reach a certain level, you can unlock the talent for the killing curse, and it's literally, it will kill all enemies that are marked. So you can just fucking blast everyone at once and then just keep going. So that's what I did for like a lot of the back end of the game. It was great fun.
Did you have any remorse for all the people that you murdered?
Fucking none. They're all pieces of shit. Like, although to be fair, a lot of the back end of the game, the enemies are called poachers because they're poaching magical creatures. Funnily enough, so was I. That was my source of income. I was poaching the shit out of so many creatures. Once I worked out that you could just freeze the creatures and instantly capture them instead of doing the whole bullshit minigame, made life so much easier.
Yeah.
Just freeze the creatures. Fucking freeze them. Alternatively, I think you can use the disillusionment charm to make yourself invisible.
Yeah.
And if you sneak up on them, you will also automatically catch them. So, like, depending on if you want to go pacifist or, like, fuck everyone up, there is options available to you.
Be a pacifist to trade in magical creatures.
Yeah. So, that was always fun. The game's fine. Like, I had so much fun with the game. The game runs, it runs well enough.
Yeah, our thoughts last week pretty much nailed it.
Pretty good. Our thoughts last week pretty much nailed it. My biggest disappointment in the game was the final boss could not be fucking insta-killed with the killing curse.
Makes sense.
It just fucking bounces off him. It's like, fuck you, dude. No thank you. I'm good. So I had to stand there and do the mechanics for the fight. It's fine. The fight was cool.
So how many hours did you end up taking to roll credits?
I think I rolled credits at about like 20-ish hours.
Fuck. Well, I'm at 20 hours right now, and I'm not anywhere near it.
When they told me 35 hours to finish the campaign, I said challenge accepted. Now, granted, the recommended level for the final mission, I think, is level 30. I did it at level 27.
Okay.
So I was a bit below level, but that doesn't matter when you can one-shot people.
Yeah, it's true. Very true.
So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
The ending was fine. Like, it was nothing.
How was the story overall?
It was nothing revelatory. I think it was very by the numbers. It didn't go to too many crazy places. Like, from the offset, you knew where it was going. There was a few little twists and turns, but for the most part, it was very straightforward. It was fine. It was good enough to keep me playing through it. Like, I'm wanting to see it through. But it's no like big seller story. It's no God of War. It's no Last of Us. It's nothing like that. It's just
yeah, and I think it reiterates our point from last week.
We're kind of just, but you, for the most part, you're just killing fucking minions until you get to the big bad guy, and then you have this thing. I From memory, there's a choice. I don't think it matters.
Okay.
There seems to be no real. It's a shame there was no like morality system. You can just fucking blast dudes with the unforgivable curses, and they're just like, cool, let's keep going. Although, granted, some of the finishing moves when you use the ancient magic are way more fucking brutal than.
Oh yeah,
hey, but just fucking slam dudes into the ground 3 times. It's like, oh, cool.
I would rather the Crucio, you know, the crucifix or whatever the fuck it's called.
But yeah, as a fan of the IP and the wizarding world, it kind of ticked most of the, if not all of the boxes for me. Like I had so much fun just exploring the castle, exploring the grounds, meeting the people, attending herbology classes. Like fuck all the other classes. But
yeah, Professor Garlic. Ooh. The internet has fallen in love with Professor Garlic.
Oh yeah, the internet really has.
The internet is gross.
Yeah.
But no, so like it's to reiterate our point from last week, where like Hogwarts Legacy is an incredibly proficient game. Like, is it the game of the year? No. Like, is it really, really good? Yeah. Like, it's perfectly exactly what you want it to be. And like I said, I put 20 plus hours into it, and I haven't fucking finished the campaign because I'm spending so much time doing Merlin trials and popping balloons with my fucking broom and looking at constellations.
Yeah. My favorite part of the game as a whole, I don't think you've reached yet, is the 3rd trial. So essentially, the aim of the game.
Second trial, yeah. I'm busy fucking around.
The aim of the game is to do the 4 trials set before you to unlock the knowledge of the ancient magic, and then you can finish the game, kind of thing. Yeah. So there's a specific the trial of number 3. All the trials are really fun and interesting. Like they're all different puzzles and stuff. Number 3. I had my wife Ali sitting beside me at the time, and I was like, "It's this." And she's like, "Cool."
I was referencing things.
Oh yeah, but the area that you're in and the way that they showcase it is just it's brilliant.
Ooh, Chamber of Secrets.
It's so good.
I have no idea.
It's not. You can't go there though.
Ooh.
Well, you can go to the bathroom and get a scroll. You can find the snake on the tap.
Ooh. Nice.
No ghost there though.
No. Yeah, Myrtle hadn't died yet, I guess.
No.
Shame. Absolute shame. But yeah, no, the game is very fun. But like saying that though, you're like, oh yeah, rolled credits on the Harry Potters. What am I gonna do now? And I was like, what if Wild Hearts run free? And then sure enough, EA, I hit him up. Thanks to EA. Oh, also big thanks to Play on Australia for providing us the code for Hogwarts Legacy. Wild Hearts, Max. Because I've got it. Okay. It's loaded on my console. I was like, oh, I'm going to play the fucking... Nope.
I've played like 2-ish hours of Wild Hearts at the moment. So Wild Hearts is EA's take on the Monster Hunter genre. So it's not as Monster Hunter-y as Monster Hunter, but it is more so than I remember Dauntless being. So it's akin to that. What I now refer to it as is it's the Fortnite of Monster Hunters, because for some reason you can build shit.
Okay, all right.
So similar to Monster Hunter, you have like your base of operations, but in this game it's all buildable. So you build what you want in there, and then as you're out monster hunting, you can build fucking towers, and then you can do special moves off those towers. So you gather. I can't think of because I haven't played it enough. I can't think of the actual term, but you're essentially stealing life force from the world around you, so like trees, rocks, and stuff like that, and it allows you to build these blocks from strands from that energy.
Strand game.
Yeah.
Death Stranding.
And and then you can use the blocks to either reach higher places to jump up and explore the map more, or you can use them as. Or you can use them to launch special attacks. So if you have a sword, you do like this big crazy overhead slash, does a bunch of damage. It's really good fun. But at its core, the game is essentially Monster Hunter. It's just a bit more forgiving, a bit more light paced. Mm-hmm. So you start off in the tutorial area. You start off with the basic, just the sword. You go through, you hunt the creature, and then from there you can kind of build out what you want to do once you rescue the first NPC you rescue is the blacksmith essentially, and she's like, hey, if you bring me materials, I can do this for you. So I'm now rocking a bow. I've played online. The online's cool. It has voice built into it. Very easy. It's essentially the same setup as Monster Hunter. You kind of just like, hey, I'm running a hunt. This is what I'm hunting, and people can just join you if you send up the help signal. But it's very much, if you were a fan of Monster Hunter, but you found it to be either too intense, too difficult, or too bogged down by some of the mechanics, this may be a better fit for you. As I'm only in the first area, it looks fine. Game's running great. I'm playing it on PS5. I know I have seen a few reviews for the PC version. Apparently, the gameplay quality is not quite there on PC. Doesn't seem to be the case here, but again, I'm still very early. But I'm having a blast with it. I am planning on putting more time in it. EA were kind enough to give to supply both of us a code.
Yeah,
so
shout out, man.
Hit up some multiplayer, which is awesome. I'll put Ryan on my shoulders and carry him through.
Oh man, when it comes to any multiplayer game, that's pretty much all you do.
And by that I mean, because I use a bow, I'll basically use Ryan as bait.
Yep.
And
it's what I do in DMZ as well. It's pretty much what my skill set is.
And it's really fun. Again, I've only played about 2 hours of it though. I just been doing other things and trying to get ready for this house move and whatnot. So it came at a weird time. Right when I finished Hogwarts Legacy and I was eager to get into the new thing, and then the new thing arrived and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Sometimes life just gets in the way, but I am super keen to dive more into it because I was a huge Monster Hunter fan.
Yep. It's a good month for Max.
It's a great month for Max. I haven't, unfortunately, I haven't unlocked all of the weapons yet. There's 3 that stay locked, so I'm assuming they're either tied to some form of progression through the story and meeting a new NPC. But you do get, I think it's about 6 or 7 varieties to pick from the start once you've rescued that first NPC.
Very nice.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So MGB in the chat jumps in and says Fortnite of Monster Hunter, Max Cooper, should be on the back of the game.
Any game that has buildings, like the ability to build, is now a Fortnite game for Max.
Okay.
If you can build shit in the game.
Sure.
You get hit once and then you just build yourself a tower so you can't get hit anymore.
So for me,
that literally sounds like Fortnite to me.
So if you get any farming game, suddenly I'm in. I'm interested. What?
Yeah. In the news, there's some farming stuff. I mean, you already know about it, but you know.
I forgot about it. So this could be brand new. MGB also adds, I've honestly wanted to get around to trying out Monster Hunter, so this sounds like a great way to get started with that style of game.
Yeah, and obviously with it not being locked to just Nintendo consoles.
Yeah.
It helped. I mean, Monster Hunter Rise is now available everywhere.
Yeah. So for the longest time, Monster Hunter was on Vita, and then it was on Switch.
It's always been on fucking handhelds.
Yeah, because the idea is it's a cool game to do handheld stuff with. And then World came and blew everyone's shit in.
World was so good.
Yeah.
To be fair, Monster Hunter World is still great.
Yeah.
But this is, if you haven't played any of those games yet, this is a good starting point as someone who's played most of them.
Yeah, I mean, one of those things where as you play it, you might become...
a more player-friendly way, yeah.
Yeah, you might become more interested to it in the same way that...
And the systems are very, very similar as well, so...
Oh, nice.
The skills probably transfer across really, really easily.
Yeah, so the same way that people played maybe The Surge or Neo, and then go, oh, maybe we'll try proper Soulsborne games out. You know what I mean, like, it might be that little dip your toe in, or even Jedi Knight Fallen, Jedi Survivor Fallen fucking Order, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Knight Fallen Order. Thank you. That might get you into that idea of that Soulsborne-esque gameplay. I myself, though, apart from Hogwarts, is pretty much it. I played some more Friday Night Five Nights at Freddy's with my kid, some more SpongeBob, and that's really about it, I think. But as you mentioned, like, one thing that you probably have been playing most of is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 DMZ, because the new season dropped.
Yeah. So the new season dropped on Thursday morning for us. So with the update, we've got a new infill point, so a new map called Ashika Island, which is fucking tiny. Like super tiny.
Same
Everything
number of
got
players?
No,
Oh,
no, because that would be wild. It's about a third of the size of the El Mazrah map.
Nice.
It's all covered in fog, so like snipers are useless.
Does that mean new missions?
So missions. So the way the mission system works is everything got reset, and they're like, the statement they made was something akin to, we realized the difficulty of the missions ramped up too quickly.
Yes. You fucks.
So I think one of the tier 4 missions that I recently did was like pick up a GPS system from a drop zone, travel to all 17 points of interest in one go, and then exfil with it.
Yeah.
That's now a tier 2 mission.
What?
The only difference is you don't have to hit all 17 points and exfil in the same one. If you just exfil the thing, it's fine, and then you can hit all 17 POIs. But you still have to hit all 17 POIs in one go. You just don't have to exfil once you've exfilled the fucking unit.
God
so it's
damn it.
Bullshit. The other big change is they've changed all the spawn points. So I don't think you can instantly see any other team anymore and instantly snipe them off spawn. So that's half my fun's gone, because that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
I'm a dickhead. But other than that, I've been having fun. The bots seem like way overtuned. They seem just way better than they were last season, because I get killed by them all the time.
I get fucked up by bots at the best of time. And if they made them better, ew.
And then Ashika Island has its complete own set of bots and stuff. The new faction system, new weapons, all that fun stuff. The missions also now carry across the 2 maps. So one of the early missions is find a crash zone in El Mazrah, extract with the hard drive, and then take it into the Ashika Island map and put it in a dead drop zone.
Oh, that's cool.
So like they're incorporating a bit of everything, which is nice.
Because I still haven't done that fucking warehouse or whatever it is.
Well, that's gone now.
Oh,
Everything gets reset.
sons of butts. Oh, you know how much hard work I put into getting those fucking key cards?
And they patched my they patched my my door glitch. I can't fucking ram people through doors on cars anymore.
Boo earns.
I have to have the key to get through the locked doors now.
What a poo.
But yeah, bots are still bullshit. They've added a second train that
that's
runs
cool.
in the opposite. It runs in the opposite direction, so you can jump from train to train.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of cool. But other than that, the game for the most part, it's pretty much the same. They just added a few new weapons and stuff, which is cool. I've also been playing something we can't talk about, but what we can talk about that I've been playing is I was lucky enough to get Returnal for PC.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
And the game looked fucking stunning on PS5.
Yeah.
It looks so good on PC.
Like, stupidly set.
Like stupidly good.
Nice.
Turns out I can't aim as well on mouse and keyboard as I can with a PlayStation controller.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm just so used to playing. I'm just so used to playing.
So big thank you, PlayStation Australia, for providing that code, of course.
Yes, thank you. Because I'm just so used to playing with a controller. But when you launch it, it does come up with a splash screen saying, "Hey, this fucking fully supports the DualSense if you want to plug it into your computer."
Ooh.
So I might end up just doing that.
Very nice.
The game. We've spoken about Returnal before.
Yeah, fuck that game.
It's still great.
Nah.
And if you don't have
the
a
game
PS5,
is great. I just suck ass at it.
If you don't have a PS5 but you have a PC, this game is a fantastic roguelike game.
How is it running for you? Because my understanding is in order to replicate the SSD equivalent in a PS5 into a PC, it's thirsty.
Yeah, it is, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So
for you it
has it has a built-in benchmark in it, and my computer just fucking breezed it. It doesn't even use any CPU usage whatsoever.
Fuck
and it
you
uses
in the
about
bum.
50% of my GPU.
Oh,
fucking mint. And I've got it installed on my NVMe drive anyway.
Yeah.
On the solid state, so it just
that hurts because my PC is so shit. It goes, do you want to update to Windows 11? Because you can't.
In saying that though, it runs at like I capped it with a variable refresh rate, so it just runs at 60. Because otherwise it fluctuates between 70 and 100 depending on how much shit's on the fucking screen.
That'd be a bit lurchy.
So she is a thirsty bitch.
But funny that this was mentioned in the chat. So MGB goes, if it was Battlefield 2042 in regards to Call of Duty, Portal would probably allow for that, but this is COD. Speaking of, once again, thank you to EA. We were given this lovely little link to watch this presentation for Battlefield 2042 Season 4. Did you check it out?
This is going to be all you. haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
Cool. Well, like, part of the reason I was like, yeah, we'll watch this video is because Max loves his FPSs. Prick hasn't watched it. But this is essentially the season, from my understanding, is that...
You sent me the link last night.
Yeah, bunghole. So... essentially the idea is like, hey, this is the new season. We're kind of going back to the roots in a lot of way, but also sort of ramping it up a little bit. So they have this really cool like A, B, C, D, E, F, G 7-point like map in terms of like, here's a different like choke points as you sort of flag we know how they do those. Battlefield was known for like, especially in those last ones where it's like, the was it just
I can't think of the
I can't think of the name right now because it's
they also stole it for Call of Duty Vanguard.
Yeah, they did. It was kind of like
it is.
that war.
Did it really shitly.
Yeah. So they've got this new big 7-step map which looks dope, and each one of those points is almost completely different. One is like multi-tiered, one is really tight, one is really wide with high for great for those that snipe. It's like it's actually it's almost like 7 different game modes in like a long stretch.
That's
really cool. Additionally, a bunch of new weapons and stuff, which is cool. And some of those weapons are from, say, Battlefield 3 as an example. So if any of you have care for those specific things, because they're like, it's the N94686 assault rifle. I'm like, I don't fucking know what that means. But the thing that caught my attention, which I hadn't realized they took away, was that they're returning to the class system.
Yeah.
I fucking love the class system in Battlefield. Like, I've spent an unreasonable amount of time back in the day on Battlefield Bad Company, and what I loved about it was the class system. Because if you had a squad and each person was one, you had one assault, one snipe, one heal, one whatever, like, you would decimate everyone because it was built for that level of teamwork.
Yeah.
And essentially what from the showcase that we saw, they were like, hey, we're re-speccing a lot of our stuff in order to realign back with that class system. Now, granted, there's, a new season pass and it has like, whatever you want in terms of cosmetics, etc. But they want to try, readjust everything to go back in. I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, it interests me to check it out because, I do quite like Battlefield's gameplay better than Call of Duty. I like that slower, hence why I like DMZ, I guess, is because it is that slower, squad-based, you got to work for it rather than just run around and shoot people, and then, like, that's the team deathmatch of Call of Duty. But thankfully, Activision has realized that Call of Duty was slowly failing, so they sucked in all the key features of everyone else to sort of build the new stuff. So I began to check 2042 out. My understanding is it's had a really, really crap run, really underdeveloped. So hopefully,
and I think one of the biggest outcries is
Conquest was the name. So MGB goes, I got to play more 2042. Love me some Conquest. Conquest was the name of that mode. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. A lot of the outcry has been we want the class systems back. So it's awesome to see that's returning.
It's actually what makes me want to check it out. Like, unquestionably, which is really cool. But yeah, no, it was a really cool little experience. Sort of watch the showcase. Now I chuckled, and I think I sent you a screenshot of it. So whenever we get to do cool stuff like this, see something early, same as whether it was The Last of Us, whether it was this, and I think it was when we saw some stuff for the Dark Pictures anthology back in the day, it tends to get watermarked with my name, and like normally it's kind of like a little bit in the corner, or it moves around like
the old DVD icon that bounces.
Yeah,
around
it bounces
the screen.
around the screen, so you can, like, if it was to ever leak, you know exactly where it came from. This Battlefield one is probably the most egregious one I've ever seen. They just go bleh, and it's just like tiled across the entire thing, and I was like, God damn! I like my name, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. But yeah, that was a pretty cool little thing to do as well. And was there an extra one, or is that? I think that's all the boxes. There is a game that we've been playing we can't talk about yet.
Yeah, no, I think that's all the boxes.
I think that's it.
of stuff that we...
Pretty much everything is just holding out for PSVR2 at this moment.
Yep.
Speaking of, let's get into that now. So let's get into the section we call Inform the Players. We tell you about what happened this week in PlayStation. Now, I'm not talking PSVR2 yet because I jumped the gun. Actually, we haven't put it in there yet, but let's talk about that. Let's start off with the PSVR2, right? So they're in the wild. They're out and about. Reviews are coming in hot. It's looking good.
Oh, man, the reviews are pretty mixed from what I've seen.
Oh, I've only seen like 9s and stuff. What have you seen?
So I've seen, for the units themselves...
Oh, yes.
Everyone's loving it.
Yeah.
They're like, yep, cool. But the big piece of software that everyone's talking about at the moment would be...
so Crimson jumps in the chat, where's the spicy picks to afford it? Hit me up. Because like if you may have missed the start of the show where I rant about my lack of money right now, and we have a PSVR 2
he doesn't
to pay for.
There's no pictures, it's just dick sucking.
Yeah, it's not spicy pictures. It's just a straight shot of my asshole. There you go, just dick and balls, like directly. No, like subversive, whatever. It's just straight front.
If anyone, Betson and his chocolate starfish. But anyway, the big piece of software that also comes bundled with it if you bought the big bundle is Horizon Call of the Mountain. Yep. Cool. I've seen mixed reviews about that.
Yeah, I've seen some 7s. I've seen some 9s.
Yep. So a lot of people are like, it's really cool. It's one of the best VR experiences I've had. And then some people are like, it is not the system seller that
it should be. Yeah,
it should be, which is concerning. As Crimson puts in the chat, I like the eye tracking. That's another big one that everyone's like, it's so good. It's so well integrated. It's integrated into everything about the system itself, which is cool. Same with like the foveated viewing, the increased field of view, all that stuff. Yep. Everyone's loving it. It seems to be comfortable enough. The controllers sound great. The big piece of advice everyone seems to be saying is get the fucking dock to charge those bastards.
Oh yeah, I bought the dock. I haven't allowed for that in our collective purchasing of the unit. I just bought that myself. So technically, I've spent more money than I thought I had. But
yeah, it's coming. It's less than a week away.
Yeah, so like I'm really excited. And also with my partner Phoebe, she's never done VR in her entire life, right? So she's triple excited right now because aside from it just already being dope, she's excited for that.
She should buy my VR system before she plays VR2, just in case she realizes that one is subpar.
Well, that's the other catch. She's now got your PS4. Like maybe she tries PSVR2 and goes, I want more. So here's the VR1 headset. So like I'm very, very excited to check this out. I think it's going to be pretty fantastic. I've already allocated a part of my lounge room. I'm like, all right, well, if I move my coffee table and then I put my rug here, I can tell it to think my rug is the area, and I should be pretty fine. I've had a look through the games, and we'll jump into them a little bit later. But like, I haven't read any reviews or anything about the games. I want to go in them myself, and so to have those opinions, to be not influenced by those that are smarter and better at it than me. I'm biased, yeah, that too. Because if I go into Horizon as example, being like, oh man, this is gonna be poo hole, then I might overly praise it. Or if I go the other way, I'm like, this is gonna be brilliant, and then it's not. I'm like, and then I sell it a bit harder. Like I want my genuine reactions coming out of it.
I just think
she's in the chat. There's Phoebe in the chat. I'm so excited for VR.
I just need to know how uncomfortable it is if I'm wearing my glasses.
Well, that's the thing. So, because I've looked at more of the gear stuff. So I watched the teardowns on PlayStation's YouTube channel. Like, hey, here's a lovely headset.
I watched the teardown too, but that doesn't tell me if it's fucking good to wear with glasses on.
Yeah. So I
it tells me
I have seen from friend of the show, Kieran Verbuge. Or OKV from Press Start and previously of Well Played. They wear goggles like myself, glasses permanently, and they said it's a breeze. So
cool, sweet. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. So like the thing for me is like the physical lens movement rather than the software version they had in the previous one. The controllers look fucking fantastic. I apart from having, it turns out, you know, the old one you had to have the camera and all that sort of nonsense. You only have to have the TV turned on the first time you use it, and then you just plug it in, no TV on, no nothing. One cable USB-C, bing, in the front, success. That's what I want. Now I've got a couple of games lined up for us, a couple that are waiting for a response, and then I've got word from PlayStation there might be a couple more coming as well. So what I've hoped, and when I've reached out to people, is the idea of like, hey, we just want to kind of like showcase a bunch of games. So essentially, once the PSVR2 lands for us, you know, every week for like a month, we're probably going to talk about some sort of PSVR2 game, being like, hey, we've played it, we're fucking PlayStation dorks, we're the people to tell you what, you know, like, hey, this was good, this one wasn't.
And then at the end of the first week, it's like, we broke the controller.
Yeah, that could happen too, and that's just as worthy knowing. It's the same as when the PS5 launched, right? We're like, hey, we got all these sweet review codes to launch games. Mine overheated. Mine overheated, and I couldn't play anymore. Like all my thermos broke, so I can't play.
I remember the look on your face when you handed me the disc for Spider-Man because I wasn't playing it. And you were, and you're like, I can't play this anymore. My PlayStation's broken.
It was a tough week. It was a very, very tough week. But no, I'm very, very excited for PSVR 2. Apart from having to pull money out of my bumhole on Wednesday morning before I get paid on Wednesday night to pick it up. But I want to play it fucking straight away. You gonna swing around after the little one goes to bed and come play at my place?
Might be able to swing past earlier because my mum's gonna be here. So she could,
shout out to Nanny K.
Might be able to just party with Hadley while
so,
I
hey,
come in.
And then come play PSVR.
I'll come get pink eye.
Yeah. It's true, because I will fart directly into the VR before. Just that extra sense of reality.
Cool.
But like until then, we have a problem where we've got too many games that we should be playing right now. But if you're not that person, PlayStation actually fucking delivered this week.
Oh, dude, February has been delivering nothing but bangers.
Yeah.
And that is following on for the extra and premium tier holders for PlayStation Plus. To celebrate its apparent 1-year anniversary, Horizon Forbidden West will be available for fucking PlayStation Extra and Premium.
That is sexual. That is if your nips,
maybe I'll play it now.
If your nips ain't hard, fuck. Like Horizon Forbidden West is brilliant, and you don't have to fucking pay anything for it now. Win.
So joining the lineup apart from Horizon Forbidden West is The Quarry,
dope game,
PS4 and PS5,
by the way.
Yeah. Resident Evil 7,
fucking
PS4,
exceptional
PS5.
game, by the way.
Outriders, PS4, PS5.
A brilliant game, by the way.
Scarlet Nexus, PS4, PS5.
Didn't fucking play it. Weeb shit.
Fucking banger. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Borderlands 3, PS4, PS5.
yeah, game's fine.
Tekken 7, PS4.
Yeah, Tekken 7's pretty sweet.
Ace Combat 7, PS4. Earth Defense Force 5, PS4. Oninaki, PS4. Lost Sphere, PS4. I Am Setsuna, PS4. You're a big fan of I Am Setsuna, weren't you?
No, I wanted to play it, but I never played it.
Wasn't that the Rice game?
No, that's Sekirna of Rice and Ruin.
Fucking close enough.
Whoa!
I forgot. The Forgotten City, PS4, PS5.
But of
that's
course,
apparently really good.
That's just the extra. That's just that middle tier. And with the premium, they come in there, and you know they've been really slacking.
I'm super excited about the premium titles this month.
The premium titles are fucking hot, right? Number one.
All we need is the first one. Don't even bother reading the rest.
I'm gonna do it. So the first one, Destroy All Humans. It's coming to PS4.
Fuck off.
That's fine. I'm getting the easy one out of the way, right?
Oh, you're going from less noteworthy to most noteworthy.
Yeah, because the difficult part is both of you and I have very different stances on these other two. So I'm going to go...
No, Harvest Moon is exactly where it belongs.
Fuck you! All right.
At the bottom of the list.
My preferred out of the three, the answer is Harvest Moon Back to Nature. My personal, aside from God of War, it is my favorite game of all time. It is one of the best farming games you can ever play in your entire fucking life. It's on PlayStation 1, and it is brilliant. And if that motherfucker has trophies, you know I'm going to play it. Even though I really should be playing the remake they did, Friends of Mineral Town, Story of Seasons. It isn't. Harvest Moon Back to Nature, fucking exceptional game. Brilliant. You should all play it. It's the fucking best. It's like, I say that without a lie. It's like, look, granted, it's total nostalgia because like that game was my entire teen years.
The only Harvest Moon game worth playing was on the Super Nintendo. How dare you?
You're wrong, and that's okay.
I'm not.
But the
Mate,
game that
you like sweet talk pixies into making your tools golden. They just fucking work better.
yeah, you see golden stuff. You just got to work for it. They have their harvest sprites and stuff.
Magic.
But of course, the one that gets you the most aroused.
Am I? I'm
done now.
Okay, you're just done now. You just want to say how
I'm finished. I'm empty.
Fucking Legend of Dragoon. It's finally. Dragoon.
Do you reckon this like stamp? I'll let you gush in a sec. But do you reckon this hampers the potential remake?
Oh no, I have a feeling that this month. This is Sony's way of shutting everyone up about
totally.
PlayStation Plus. They're like, it's been a hot minute since has it been a year since PlayStation Plus? It
feels longer because it's been so asshole. I'm sure it's fine.
I think this is there. We've realized that there's things that you want. Here's some bangers. Just let us work this out for a little bit longer. Because this is an exceptional month for games.
Almost a year, says Crimson.
Yeah. And the last one's Wild Arms 2. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, Wild Arms. Well, they had Wild Arms 1 a couple months ago. It's a second. Sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, talk about Dragoon. Why, like, in the same way that we should all be excited for Harvest Moon Back to Nature?
I mean, Legend of Dragoon is that Final Fantasy-esque game. It's that big role-playing game that was on PlayStation 1. It's a banger.
Oh, it's been a year since they announced it, but they first launched in June of 2022.
Okay.
It feels so much longer because I've been disappointed for so much longer.
I've been disappointed for so long.
Yeah. It just makes it's been making me sad.
I have a feeling this is just one of those banger months, and then it'll probably peter off for the next couple of months, and we'll get another one.
Oh man, and like I just had. I was gonna say, you know what's real? Like Resident Evil 7 is brilliant in VR. So will Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. Tall, fucking big titty vampire lady, step on all of us. Let me just like stare at you for a while, inappropriately, I guess. You know. Hey, the PSVR2 has eye tracking. Probably shouldn't, because you know what's gonna be looking at. Chestuses.
But yeah, a really solid lineup this month for the PlayStation Plus tiers.
Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Brilliantly solid lineup.
It's gonna be real tough to match it or to keep it going, but I do agree with you. This does feel like hey, shut the fuck up. Here it is. Like we've made it work. Because like we've talked in the past about how with this acquisition stuff happening, are they intentionally playing quiet, pulling stuff close to their chest to sort of like not show off that they have all this cool stuff? Maybe they've hit that point where fuck, who cares now, and then just gonna just hard going for it. So it's good. But of course, there's some rumor mill, as there always is, because rumors are fun. And coming off the back of obviously new gear coming out this week with the PSVR2, it appears that Sony is slowly but steadily increasing the mix of peripherals available for your PS5 Max. Just yours, no one else's, just yours. And
good, it's about time.
And they're typically the commonly reliable Insider Gaming reports to have the scoop on another product. Wireless earbuds, I guess. Scheduled to release anywhere from April 2023 through to March 2024. You might as well have just said 2023 to like next month to 28, I guess.
I think it's this fiscal year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, actually, technically, I think it's next fiscal year.
No. So that is that's technically the next fiscal year. You are correct.
Yeah.
The portable AirPod inspired accessories will allegedly pack 5 hours of battery life, so it can last exactly the same.
That's longer than the DualSense Edge.
No, that's about the same. Yeah, so it's like you got charge your DualSense, charge your AirPods. That's what you could do, and will come with a USB charging case like so many of their contemporaries. According to the aforementioned publication, the headphones are being codenamed Project Nomad. Weird name. With an updated wireless headset also scheduled to release around the same time, which is good because the other one's bum. This is being referred to as Project Voyager internally, and it's said that the new cans will feature similar functionality to the InZone H7, which was the sort of secondary.
I think it was the mid-tier
peripheral.
Yeah.
Yep. Which currently retails for around $200 dues. I presume that's US.
Yeah, US.
Max.
No,
I mean,
I don't want AirPods. I don't want fucking
hate AirPods.
I don't want PlayStation AirPods.
So hard,
Granted, I use earbuds at work at night.
It's because you're a cleaner. You use a giant vacuum.
The Audio Technica peeps hooked us up.
Shout
with
out to AT for sending us those headphones.
Way back when. So I use these literally every day, and they just have enough battery life to get me through a 7.5 hour shift.
I don't know where mine are.
So headphones that would only last 5 hours are useless to me.
Yeah, even in a gaming session, right? Like I use the SteelSeries Arctis 7Ps, and I couldn't even tell you what their battery life is because they seem to last forever. What are you reaching for?
I have these lovely SteelSeries Arctis Novus Pro, and these bad boys have the hot swappable batteries in them.
Ooh, removable batteries.
So when my headset beeps at me, if I can change the battery fast enough, they don't even turn off when I pull the battery out.
Oh,
I've got like 8 seconds to slot the new one in before it carks itself.
I love it. Now look, the problem that I have with in-ear buds. Now it's weird because when I was younger, I remember using them in high school a lot.
He's just got like filthy ears covered in earwax. He pulls them out and they're gross. No one wants to touch them or use them.
Like, look, because that's one of the things. I have because I genuinely have a slightly deafer ear than the other one. Shout out to being 8 weeks prem. Woo. So like
weird flex.
Yeah, weird flex, but there you go. So surround sound, not always that surround for me. So like the in-ear buds are really handy, but I don't know why, but I can't stand them anymore. And like I tried to use them when I used to gym more, but like I feel that like I'd hear every thump 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 of my foot, and like when you talk, it has that weird muffled sound unless they have ANC, which I doubt these have like active noise cancelling, so you can we can almost hear yourself. It doesn't like drown everything out. The idea of in-ear buds for my PlayStation, no. And like the only reason I think these would be a desirable item is that you could then use them when you're not playing. You know, like if there's a nice set of like these headphones, like they're cool, and you could take them out and about, and it won't look abnormal. Like when gamer headphones normally look like crap, so you're not going to take them out with you, but that would be a good middle ground. But for 5 hours of battery life, that seems really low, even for earbud standards.
Mm.
So the answer is no. What does the chat say? MGB jumps in and goes, I don't like...
Sorry, you go.
Yeah, I don't like in-ear buds. They just get filled with wax so quickly and they feel odd. They do feel odd. I like over-ear headphones myself, but I can see why people like in-ears. See, like even then, I use the Apple AirPods, just the Series 2, not the ones you put in your ear hole. And like they're fine, but like I much prefer big bastards like these every time.
I mean, the only reason why I do in-ear stuff at work is because technically I'm not supposed to wear headphones.
Yeah.
And these are way easier to hide than over the head.
True. But you're also working with vacuums and stuff. So you having that extra like suction actually eliminates a lot of that background noise. So that certainly works for you. And Crimson jumps in and goes, new peripherals. Getting in before the butt plug for support for the PS5. Does have haptic feedback, by the way, which is nice. Adaptive triggers. It's got brown eye tracking, like the PSVR. Yeah,
right.
that's about as clever. That's about as clever I can get on that one. I'm sorry.
All right, quick bits.
Yeah.
There's fuck all this week. Remedy say that Alan Wake 2 is playable from start to finish.
Cool. I played the first one.
Oh, it's so good, man.
I should finish it. It came out a real bad time.
Oh, yeah, when it was re-released on PlayStation.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Jedi Survivor will feature larger maps populated with more NPCs and will also have 5 combat stances, including a stance for blasters, not just lightsabers.
that hand solo
I think
stance.
so I think the separate stances are like single blade, double ended,
No, it's like
blasted.
No, it'll be like because there'll be this. I'm gonna nerd out real hard if I remember right.
High ground, low ground.
There's the Qui-Gon, which is kind of like real up here. Then there's like the Obi-Wan, which is a bit down below. Then there's like the one that kind of has it like with like a one hand forward, one hand back sort of stuff. And then there's the one that holds it the other way around as well. So like,
no, I'm telling you, I reckon the stances are literally going to be what type of fucking lightsaber there is.
Yeah.
It'll be like single, dual, double-ended blaster and like a fancy fifth one.
and fucking off your forehead.
One of those weird fucking Sith dickheads that have the circular.
No, well,
thing.
apparently they're bringing in the old fucking cross saber. I saw that in the trailer.
Oh yeah, cool.
So the old Kylo Ren, medieval inspired one.
The Redemption DLC for Marvel's Midnight Suns launches next week.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
the DLC.
Is that
Eddie
the
Brock?
Deadpool?
No, Deadpool's out.
Oh.
This is the Venom one.
Oh, I gotta finish that game too.
Like a Dragon Ishin has a demo available now for PS5.
I think isn't it out?
No,
I know reviews are out.
it comes out on the 21st.
Oh well, I know reviews are out.
Cool.
And looking good. It's got Kenny AEW's Kenny. Oh, Mega is in it. So, smooch.
So Ryan's gonna play it just because there's a fucking wrestler.
No,
in it.
I
did
emailed
you like-
5-star and I literally went, hey, can I play Like a Dragon because it's got Kenny Omega in it.
Did you like my wrestling joke that I sent you?
Oh, it was great. And there's another dude in it as well. That what's his name?
I don't
Is
know.
it not
You're
Imran
telling-
Khan? No, not him. Nope, there's another dude in it. I did get an email about it. And I was like, oh, I don't know. That guy looks familiar. But Kenny Omega is the one that got me excited.
And the Hogwarts Legacy team have confirmed that there is no planned DLC for the game.
The fuck? Where's my Quidditch?
Did you see what's happened on PC? 'Cause obviously PC is fun
It's
and
mobbed the shit
rampant
out
with
of it.
mods. Did you see they've unlocked the PlayStation exclusive mission?
No. Rad. Hey, how do I get that, by the way?
Apparently, it's still in the game.
Yeah, but how do I find it?
It's season locked. You got to get to the right season.
What season is it?
Winter.
Oh.
Autumn?
I'm in autumn.
No?
I'm in fall.
I think.
It must be winter then.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Apparently filled with spooks and spiders.
Ooh. Yeah, look, it's a bit shit. It doesn't surprise me, but
Some of the mods look hilarious.
yeah, I did see one that just literally gave the character a gun. Like, poof.
Yeah, and the character's a house elf. And he's just
Yeah.
running around blasting people.
All right, well, let's have a look. These are the games
so
that come...
prepare for the bulk of the show, the upcoming titles.
Yeah,
for this
so
week.
with obviously PSVR2 and 30,000 launch games, it's getting a pretty long list. Here are the upcoming titles coming to your PlayStation this week.
What I should have done is listed the VR ones separately. But
I remember what they're off the top of my head, so it should be fine.
Good.
Atomic Heart, which is the first release from our studio, Munfish, dystopian Russian, sort of very Bioshocky from the trailers. Looks mad. That's coming to PS5 and PS4 for February 21st. And Like a Dragon Ishin! Exclamation mark. PS5, PS4, February 21st. That was almost a little bit racist. A game that has me excited and my son. Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue coming to PSVR2 on February 22nd.
Is it a PSVR 2
It
title?
is a
Why is it only a PS4 game?
It should be on PS4 and PS5.
According to my list, it's not.
Your list
Apparently it's
is
just a
fucking
PS4.
wrong, mate.
Clearly.
2MD VR Football Unleashed All-Star PS5. I'm not sure if that's a PSVR platform or not.
That sounds like one of
most of it coming out February 22nd, by the way. After the Fall, that is a PSVR 2 game. It's a cool looking zombie shooter. I did put in a code in for that one, by the way. Altair Breaker coming to PS5. Among Us VR coming to PSVR 2.
I wonder if that's a VR game.
It's unclear. Awesome Asteroids. Cactus Cowboy Plants at War. Cave Digger 2, Dig Harder. Good name. Good fucking name.
This is clearly ripped off of Die.
Yeah. Yeah, Dig Hard with a Vengeance is the next one. Cities VR Enhanced. I kind of like the idea of City Skylines in VR.
Of course you do.
Shut up. Cosmonius High. That was my nickname in high school. It's a good band name, actually.
This is my most anticipated VR title.
Demio. Cool. So, which one's that's the
Dungeons and Dragons
one?
one. Yeah, RPG. Yeah.
Drums Rock coming to PSVR2. I saw the trailer for this literally this evening, and it's fucking Guitar Hero in VR on the drums. Sick. MGB in the chat says Cosmonius High looks amazing from the Job Sim peeps. I love Job Sim and I love Vacation Sim. So Cosmonius High is an in. Now, granted, of course, as I talk about my financial challenges at the start, if we don't get codes, then we'd have to wait 2 weeks until I get paid. Dyschronia Chronos Alternate coming to PSVR. Fantavision 22X. Garden of the Sea. Horizon Call of the Mountain. Another PSVR, probably the one that I'm most anticipating. Job Sim is getting a port to the PSVR 2. Jurassic World. You're right there?
That was weird.
Did one of those walk on your grave shivers?
Oh, someone apparently kicked the crap out of me. That was fucking weird. Oh, Jesus.
Jurassic World Aftermath Collection, which looks fucking tidy. Kayak VR, if you want to... I kind of want to do that, eh? Just be on a boat. Kazuna AI or L? Is it L? Or, no?
It's AI.
I'm pretty sure it's AI. Kazuna AI, touch the beat. Don't touch the beat. Don't touch the beat. That's not the words. Moss and Moss Book 2. I put in review requests for both of them. So there we go. NFL Pro Era. I believe that's like an NFL VR game where you can like stand pitch side and tell people what to do. Pavlov VR. It's that based on that. This is not true at all. Based on that psychology testing. You know, where like Pavlov's dog, where like you ring a bell and you feed a dog. It's that in VR. It's not that at all. Pistol Whip.
Pistol Whip.
Puzzling Places. Res Infinite's getting a port. Res Infinite was kind of really fucking cool. Song in the Smoke. It's a Cheech and Chong game in VR. Rekindled. It's not. That'd be awesome. Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition is a must play for me because I fucking love me some Star Wars. Star Tenders. It's about making the best fucking breast tender you can. Also the bartender to the famous people. You can decide which one it is. Both are wrong. Swordsman VR. It's just swords fighting.
Contains no sword.
Contains no swords. It tells the life of John Swordsman and his constant misidentification of his profession. Synth Riders is just hard EDM on a motorbike. Tentacular, which we have been provided a code for, which is like fucking hentai simulator. It's like blah, blah, blah. You just got to like sexually assault people with tentacles. No, I think it's kind of like Octodad, but you're the dad. Also not a sex thing.
You're the dad.
Tetris Effect, one of the dopest fucking ways to play Tetris. Brilliant. The Last Clockwinder. It's literally you're a door-to-door fucking clock salesman. You go in and assist everybody going to and from daylight savings. It's one of those where virtual reality and you go, wow, reality's fucking lame. Virtual and not. The Light Brigade, that one looked fucking genuinely sick, by the way. Light Brigade looks tight. The Tale of Onogoro. It's the brother to Aku Aku in Crash Bandicoot. Not true. Thumper. Yeah, it is. It's a
solid game.
Yeah, it's Disney's Bambi, but from Thumper's viewpoint. You thought it was fucking harrowing seeing Bambi's mum die in 2D through Bambi. Now see it as Thumper in VR. There's not enough tears in this world. Townsman VR, which kind of looks like this is genuinely fun, by the way. It looks like Age of Empires meets Black and White. Did you ever play Black and White back in the day? Yeah, it looks fucking sick. Vacation Simulator, which is great because the first, Job Simulator was awesome. Vacation Simulator was great. What the bat? It looks fine.
What the bat looks hilarious.
It does look dumb. It looks good. X8 Zenith: The Last City, which
I'm keen on.
yeah, it looks pretty cool too from memory. Zombieland Headshot.
No, you won't like it at all.
Why not?
It's an VR MMORPG.
Oh, gross. Oh, gross. No, I'm out.
with Breath of the Wild style climbing.
Ew!
It's like everything you hate.
Fuck that noise. Zombieland, yeah. Zombieland Headshot Fever Reloaded looks sick. Now these are not VR titles. Blood Bowl 3. Yeah, Super Bowl was done last week. Get to see a pregnant ass Rihanna dance around on a stage, being all preggers and shit. Now you get to play Blood Bowl. It's when you have that realization that NFL is just a tactical role playing game, but with like meaty dudes with helmets on. Now you get to see that in Blood Bowl 3. But one team are orcs, the other team are elves. Rad. No, seriously, Blood Bowl is fucking sweet. Grim Guardians Demon Purge. February 23rd. Redemption Reapers, February 23rd. And Octopath Traveler 2. It's the French one. February 24th. What a long fucking list of games. I'm glad I could make fun of most of them. And I'm aware that only half of that was entertaining to me. The rest was entertaining to no one. And I did it.
Live your best life.
Let's see. Yeah, because the chat talked about Among Us VR. Like, is that something I want to play in VR? Like, is it just looking at it like in a 3D space, or you have to run around and like climb an air vent and shank someone?
I don't know. You're asking a guy who has not played it before.
Oh, really? My son loves it because he's fucking.
I mean, I've played Among Us, but not VR. I don't know.
Well, yeah, how do you think? Do you think it's just like a VR version of that? Like you just look around and there's stars and then there's just a ship in front of you?
No, I think you're on the ship. I would imagine you could just see through your dude.
All right. And then, yeah, Octopath finally being multi-platform.
Reviews for Octopath are out too.
Oh, they are too, yeah. Apparently it's pretty sexual also. Everything's very sexual this evening. I think I know what I need to do after this. Cold shower. After I pull my dick, if you just weren't sure.
Earn some money.
Awesome. Well, big thank you everyone for joining us. That's how you end the show right there. Just once again offering to suck dick for money.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. As we say,
as we say farewell.
Farewell, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, good night.
Get ready for a fucking crazy schedule for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, so if you watch this show live, fuck you, I guess, because it's going to be a hot mess. For those that don't watch live, you will not see any difference.
It'll still be the same.
Things will be exactly as they were. But no, as I said, one of the things, time is the most finite resource we have in this world, and we appreciate you choosing to use that time to listen to us, whatever the fuck this is. So big thank you for everyone that each and every week comes, or even for your first time. If this was your first time, I'm sorry, this is exactly what it is. Max, send him home.
All right. Well, everyone, this PlayStation conversation happens every Monday morning at 8 a.m. on podcast services, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. But again, if you would still like to take part in future conversations with us, come and check out our socials. Discord, Instagram, and Twitter, with a soon-to-be brand new Facebook link. They can be found in the description below.
But if you want to join that conversation as it happens inconsistently, apparently, head over to twitch.tv/PopCulturists, where you can watch us record this show live, where you can jump in the chat and become part of the show. If you want to support the show, you can. Tell your friends, tell your family about this PlayStation pod. If you are listening on podcast services, be sure to give us that 5-star rating and a written review. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. I endeavor to answer every single comment. If you want to support us financially, you can at patreon.com/PopCulturists, as well as our merchandise store, popculturists.com/shop, where you can buy shirts and other assorted shit with our logos on it. But until next week, I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Max Cooper.
And that was for the players. It's just real reality, not virtual, just the depressing kind.
Yep, tell Phoebe if she needs a headset or a fancy controller, I've got those too.
She's in the chat. She'll work it out.
She'll work it out.
Even on PSVR1, be really disappointed after playing PSVR2.
Oh, I meant like a headset. Headset.
So I didn't.
This one, not that one.
Yeah. You're on the side or the front. Okay.
I mean, I have both.
Mush them together.
Hit me up. Let me know.
Please don't tell my girlfriend to hit you up. I just shrug like.
You tell me how to live my life.